What is up, you guys? It's Lizelle. Welcome back to another vlog. So happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday the 10th of August, and I think the last vlog that I uploaded was just prior to us going into lockdown here in Brisbane. So it's been about a week since then, and we are now on the other side of lockdown, which means that we're not on stay-at-home orders anymore. There are still certain restrictions and such, but we're not under that stay-at-home order where we can't leave our homes for any reasons other than what are essential. So it does feel good to not be under that, because I feel like for that whole week I pretty much stayed home. I think I left the house once to do like a quick grocery run, but I can only empathize with those of you guys who are further down south in Sydney who are still stuck at home, because you do have those stay-at-home orders in place and you are still in lockdown after like what, 6 weeks, which is just crazy to me. And honestly, like, I did feel a little bit hesitant picking up the camera today because I feel not guilty, but it's like in some way I don't want to make anybody feel bad for the reason that like I'm able to go out and do things, whereas someone else who is in lockdown might not be able to. I feel like I get very empathetic in that sense, because I understand how it feels to feel like you're alone and like you're stuck and you're in a position that you don't want to be, and then you can see everybody else like doing their thing, living their life. So yeah, I'll admit I was a little bit hesitant to pick up the camera today, but my only hope is that my videos can serve as some type of getaway from all of that and some type of like distraction, if it may be even for less than 30 minutes, like something. Because I feel like during that week that I was in lockdown, it was only a week, like there's literally nothing, but it did feel like a long time. So I can only imagine for those of you guys in Sydney who have been in lockdown for, I don't know, is it like 6 weeks at this point or over 6 weeks? Like I really do empathize, because it sucks. Like, it's so, at this point I'm like beyond over it, and it's just frustrating, and I can totally empathize with everybody who is going through that. So yeah, as much as I was like hesitant to pick up my camera and to vlog today, I just hope that my videos can serve as somewhat of like a getaway or a distraction from what is like currently going on. Because yeah, I feel like for that past week, I didn't pick up the camera, I didn't vlog at all, because obviously I was just chilling at home. Couldn't go anywhere, I had to stay home, and I pretty much just spent the time being like as productive as I could be, like catching up on work. And then the rest of the time was just spent like finding those little things that made me happy. Like, I was binge watching some shows, I was spending time with Alan on FaceTime, and yeah, as much as I hate to say this, I feel like being in a long distance relationship kind of prepared me for situations like this, because I know what a lot of people struggle with when it comes to lockdowns is the whole mental factor of it, that you feel like you're isolated and alone. But I feel as though, yeah, being in a long distance relationship unknowingly like prepared me for that, because I have already experienced that prior to this whole pandemic, as like being isolated and alone and feeling like I can't be with my partner when I need them most, if that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, I just hope that my videos can serve as like a little bit of a distraction, just something to take your mind off things. And for those of you guys who are still in lockdown, I hope that you're staying strong, just finding things that keep you happy, whether it be shows you like to watch, food you like to eat, activities you like to do, just any of those like little pockets of peace and bits of happiness that you can find throughout your day, because I know it can be a struggle. Like 1 week of being forced to stay home is a lot. So yeah, I can definitely empathize with those of you guys who are still going through it. And I think at this point everybody is just irritated and frustrated and angry, and yeah, I have so much to say about it, but I don't want to like get too into it right now, because you know, things happen, but we move, we keep it moving. So yes, with that being said, I'm starting today's vlog off a little bit late. It's nearly midday. I was actually intending to get out of the house a little bit earlier, but I was doing some things this morning. So I think today, because I haven't been out, lockdown ended on Sunday, it's Tuesday now, and I didn't go out yesterday. I spent the day at home yesterday still, and then I figured like, you know what, I need to get out of the house, so let me just go do that. I'm gonna go out, run some errands. It is not the nicest day today. It's a little bit cloudy, overcast, probably looks like it's going to rain a little bit later, but you know what, we make the best of our situations. So yeah, I'm gonna leave soon, but I just thought I would start the vlog off here. So yeah, we'll kind of just see where the day takes us and what we get up to. As you guys can see, I'm out of the house now. I actually already have been and gone to Kmart. Does that make sense? Been and gone to. I've already been to Kmart. I didn't bring my camera inside because I was kind of in a rush and I forgot my camera, so I left it in my car. But I did pick up a couple of things for the house, so I'll show you guys that when I get home. For the time being though, I am feeling a little bit lethargic, not gonna lie. I'm feeling a little bit tired now. I had a bit of a late night last night actually. I think I ended up going to bed at 2 AM, which wasn't even like intentional. I just couldn't sleep. If you guys have watched any of my other vlogs, you may have heard me talk about how I have issues when it comes to falling asleep. I was literally just tossing and turning. It wasn't anything keeping me up in particular. But yeah, to explain all of that, I'm feeling a little bit drowsy at the moment, so I think I want to go and get myself a coffee, kind of just take some time to be out of the house for a minute, and then I will head home. As you guys can see, I'm home now. I just got home about 5 minutes ago, and I figured that if I can pick this up, would show you guys what I picked up from Kmart today, because there were a couple of things that I specifically went out for because I wanted to get them for the house. So let me set you guys down so I can show you today's little haul. Okay, there we go. All right, so yes, I did go to Kmart. I feel like I talk about Kmart in all my videos and it's getting pretty redundant. You guys are probably sick of it, but these were things that I specifically went out to get. It wasn't like I was perusing the aisles just looking for something to buy, but I specifically needed these things. So I bought myself these, what are they specifically called? Marble pillar trays. So they're basically like little trays that I assume you would use for like pillar candles, like those, you know, pillar candles, the more thick, kind of heavy, bigger candles. I have some somewhere, but yeah, I guess you would use it for that, or like a trinket tray. You could put this on like a bedside table, use it to put like your jewelry in at the end of the night type thing. But what I had intended to use it for was coasters, because I was looking for coasters since I did my little DIY side table thing. I don't want to put any drinks on it because I don't want the wood top to get damaged since it is wood. So I realized that I needed to go and buy myself some coasters, and I just thought this was like, it's nice, like it's a little bit heavier than a coaster, but I feel like, yeah, like it would look cute. Yeah, I got 2 of those, and then I just picked up another one of those like giant candles that they sell there. I usually have one of these like in the living room, just because I feel like when I light a candle in the living room and it's scented, the scent really travels through the house, so it ends up making the whole house smell nice. The scent like travels up the stairs and up here. So yeah, I got another candle, and then I got a restock of my ELF Instant Lift brow pencil in neutral brown. I swear I've gone through so many of these because it's just so easy. Like, I love using these. I use these to fill in my brows, and then I will define it with like another brow product. But this is like my everyday brow pencil, even for the days where I'm not wearing makeup and I just want to make myself look a little more put together and polished and cleaned up. I'll go in and just quickly run this through my brows to give them a little bit more like shape and definition. So yeah, the ELF Instant Lift brow pencil, I totally recommend it. Super inexpensive as well. I think they're only like $6, so I go through them pretty quickly, but for the price I really don't mind. So yes, if you're looking for a brow product to try, I definitely recommend this brow pencil from ELF. And then I got some storage containers because I actually want to put these, if you can see, they're just like clear acrylic, what do you call this, like not drawer dividers. I mean, yeah, it says clear drawer, so I guess like a, what am I trying to say right now? I feel like I sound so dumb, but it's literally just drawer organizers in my opinion. So I'm going to put these in my bathroom, and I'll probably go and do that after this, is just organize my bathroom drawer because I do have my makeup stored in there. I have makeup storage in my office obviously, but for my everyday makeup and such, even like skincare products and whatnot, I keep that all in the same drawer in my bathroom, and I just feel like it's getting very messy in there, so I wanted to get some things to kind of help organize that a little bit better. And I found these storage solutions from Kmart, and I figured like, yeah, I'll try it, see if it fits. So hopefully it fits in the drawers. Hopefully everything can fit in place and it's not too wide or too long. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I got. Yeah, that's everything that I got today for our little Kmart haul. I honestly feel like being out of the house definitely made me feel a lot more light. Even just getting myself this coffee made me feel a lot better. Maybe it's the caffeine, I don't know, but I just feel like I'm in a lot more of a better mood just even getting out of the house for an hour or two. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes. But yes, like I said, I want to go and organize the drawer in my bathroom, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and do that now so I can get that out of the way, and then hopefully everything can be a little bit more organized. If you guys have been watching me for a while, then you would know that I am very big on my organization. I love things to be organized and everything to have a place, because I feel like when everything is clean and put away and organized, then my mind feels that same way too. So whatever is going on in my environment, that definitely reflects into my mind as well. So that's why I feel like whenever I see something that needs to be done, I have to do it, otherwise I just can't stop thinking about it. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and get to organizing now. All right, so we're in my bathroom now, and basically the drawer that I want to organize is this one right here. Yes, I know it does look a little bit crazy, but like I said, the whole point of this is because I want to change that. So I actually have this acrylic organizer that I'm obviously currently using, but I feel like for a drawer space like this, it just isn't practical. Like, as you can see, everything's all messy. So I've got like some of my skincare mixed in with my makeup, and my brushes are just like all over the place. And yeah, we need to take that out. And then I have other bits and pieces, like some skincare products back here, some serums and sunscreen, tampons and baby wipes. So what I hope to do is to take all of this stuff out, put these in. I think they're gonna fit from what I can see. Yeah, they should fit. I might have like a little bit of a gap at the back behind the long container, but yeah, that should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna take everything out of here, and then hopefully everything can fit back in place really nicely. I am done with organizing this drawer. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a little bit better than what it was before. So yeah, I've got my brushes and tools and stuff in this container, all my makeup here, and then skincare. And then at the back, there's like a little bit of a gap behind, so I've just put my pimple patches and like a few little face masks and such back there, because they fit there perfectly, and I always like to have some in stock. So yeah, that's how everything's looking. This little gap is perfect because I just keep that there, so it actually worked out really nicely. So that is how that drawer is looking. I might shuffle things around and change it within the coming days, kind of depends how I feel, but for the most part this is like my everyday, or like almost everyday essentials. So like my everyday makeup, and then my morning and nightly skincare products. So yeah, that actually turned out a lot better than I expected it to. I wasn't sure if everything was gonna fit, but it worked out well. I did also end up kind of shuffling things around in here. I think I've shown this before, but my cupboard underneath the sink, this is how it's looking. I mean, there's not really too much that I can do with this space, just because you've got like the piping and such back there. I kind of have to work around it, but for the most part I just keep a lot of like spare products down here and like products that I reach for regularly, like moisturizer, mouthwash, a couple of hair products and whatnot, and then like teeth whitening, water flosser, other bits and pieces. So yeah, this is looking a little bit messy before, so I kind of culled it out and got rid of a few things and moved things around. So yeah, that actually worked out really well. I think I've shown this in a previous vlog, I can't remember, but these little turntables are actually really handy. I used to have a lot more stuff on this one, but I got rid of some things, so that's why it's looking a little bit bare at the moment. But it's just handy when you have a space like this that you don't have much room to maneuver around to grab products. The ones that are in that container or that tub at the back there, I don't really reach for those too often, so they're fine to be there. But when it comes to things that I like to reach for on an everyday basis, I keep them on these little turntables, which were only a few dollars from Kmart. You can find them in the kitchen section. They're typically for like spices and condiments and whatever else. So I like to use these in here as a storage solution because it actually helps. So yeah, if I need something, it's easy to like turn it and grab whatever I need. But yes, that is how everything is looking for the time being. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. I have a pile over here next to me that I'm not going to show you guys. That is just stuff that I'm throwing away. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that into the trash and I'll check in with you guys afterwards. So I just opened up this package that I received from the team over at Youth to the People, and I thought that I would show you guys because I'm pretty sure this evening I want to do a little bit of a skincare pamper session using what they sent over. So if you haven't heard of Youth to the People, it is a 100% vegan, cruelty-free skincare brand, and they were so kind enough to send me some products to try. So they sent over their Super Clay Purifying Clear Power Mask with niacinamide, kombucha, and BHA, which if you know me, I rave on about niacinamide because I use a niacinamide serum day and night, and it has helped my skin immensely. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, yes, because my skin thrives off that. So very excited to try this mask. And they did also send over the kale and green tea spinach vitamin superfood cleanser as well. So I'm going to be trying those out this evening, having a little bit of a skincare night, which I'm excited for. And it did also come with this right here, which I think is so handy. We've got a silicone brush head for cleansing, obviously. And then the other end is a silicone spatula. So I think that's so handy. 2 in 1. You can use one end for cleansing and then the other end for masking. And it's just so convenient to have everything like in one. And I feel like a good applicator for a mask always helps. I do use my fingers sometimes, but I feel like using a brush or something like this where it's easy to apply is so much more easier to get it all nice and even and a lot less messy as well. So yeah, definitely going to be trying these out, and I'm so excited because I feel like I haven't had a bit of a mask kind of skincare night for a while, so definitely much needed. Currently it's about 4:30 p.m. I've spent the past hour or so just kind of tidying up. I feel like cleaning out my bathroom drawer set that thing up in my head where it's like a continuous ball rolling. You know when you start something and then you just keep going? I feel like it's kind of carried on to here. So I've just been tidying up, putting things away, getting things organized. I feel like I'm very much in that mood, especially after the funk that lockdown brought. I feel like I was definitely out of routine and I'm ready to get back into things and keep it moving. So yeah, I've just been tidying things up, putting things away, getting things organized. I also need to sit down for a bit and do a little bit of editing because I have some content that I have to put up. And then after that, I think it'll be dinner time, so I might check in with you guys then. So till then, I'm going to finish up what I'm doing, get a little bit of work done, and I will check in with you guys later. So I just finished for dinner, as you guys saw, I made myself a big fat juicy Wagyu burger. I actually had leftover ingredients from the weekend from my little date night with Alan. Usually when we set aside date nights to like spend time together and whatnot, we will go out and get the same ingredients and then cook the same meals so we can sit down together and eat on FaceTime. That is what we have to do being long distance, and I just so happened to have like leftover ingredients from that. So I decided to make myself a burger and it was honestly so good. It was actually really tasty, so feeling very satisfied right now. I'm currently just sitting here drinking my jasmine tea. I always like to have jasmine tea after dinner, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower in a minute because I want to go and try those new skincare goodies that I have. Also, I just realized that I forgot to tell you guys about my crew neck sweater that I'm currently wearing. On the viewfinder right now, it's like back to front. I don't know if it's gonna look like that as I'm editing this, but those of you guys who know, you know, it says one day. Yes, Alan did make this for me. He actually got a few pieces custom made for me, like he designed them and got them made, and I have like a couple other t-shirts and hoodies and whatnot, and honestly, I love it. It's so comfy, so cozy, and it's just, I don't know, it's just like a nice sentimental reminder to myself, like one day. I love it. So if you guys see me wearing this for the rest of winter and even into the warmer months, mind your business. There's a couple of other t-shirts as well. So yeah, I just love it, and I thought I would share it with you guys because it's so me. Like, I love hoodies, I love crew neck sweaters, and the fact that this has our little slogan, I guess you could call it, on it, just, I love it. It's perfect. And the fact that he made this, like actually designed this and got it custom made for me, means that much more as well. So very thankful and grateful. I'm sure I'm gonna wear this like to death. But yeah, right now I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower and then do a little bit of skincare. So I'll be back. So as you guys can tell, I just took a shower and removed majority of my makeup. My face feels kind of tight right now. You know when you like remove makeup, or you kind of half cleanse, or you cleanse rather, and then you don't put any moisturizer on and your skin kind of tightens up? That's how my skin is feeling right now, so I really want to take care of that. But like I mentioned before, I'm going to be using these new skincare goodies, which I'm excited for. So I'm going to start off with the cleanser and then go into the mask afterwards. But I'm honestly just keen to remove any extra residue of makeup that is on my face. I need to take my eye makeup off as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started with cleansing. Oh, that feels nice. It honestly smells like flowers. You know when you go to like a flower shop, a florist, that smell, that's what this smells like. It smells really good. I like it. And the silicone like exfoliating kind of brush, it actually feels really good. Like it feels like it's really scrubbing any extra stuff away. I have a pimple on my forehead, so I probably shouldn't really be going too heavy over that area, but my skin right now has been pretty good. I haven't really had any issues with it. Just the odd little hormonal breakout because it was that time of the month a few days ago. So that's pretty much it really. My skin's actually been quite good. But regardless, it still feels good to get like a good face mask in. I always try to do one, like, look at me brushing my brows. But like I was saying, I always try to do a face mask at least every Sunday, but I didn't this past Sunday. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this off now, and then, oh my gosh, look how crazy my forehead looks. I shouldn't have gone over that pimple too much. Whenever I cleanse, I always like to go in with micellar water, because I feel like when you put makeup on and it gets like around your hairline, you're not actually properly like cleansing that away. So it does leave residue behind, which is why I will always go in with just a little bit of micellar water. I use the one from Garnier. So I feel like it really does the trick with just getting any like extra makeup that I've missed, especially around like my eyes. See? And I'll literally do this like over and over again until it comes out like clean. Like there's nothing left to come off my face. Because I feel like I'm very pedantic when it comes to making sure that I do not go to bed with any makeup on. Okay, so this is how the skin is looking. I do have like a little bit of blushing going on here, and I have these two friends hanging out at the top, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go in with the mask now. I think I mentioned earlier that this does have niacinamide in it, which I do love. I feel like it really helps with my oily skin. Like I don't get oily skin anymore, and I feel like it's purely from, let me show you guys, my niacinamide serum that I apply religiously day and night. Yeah, I feel like it definitely comes down to that. So the fact that this face mask has niacinamide in it, I think that's great. And because it is a purifying mask, I think the whole idea of it is to help, sorry I have an itchy nose, but I think the whole idea of it is to help obviously purify the skin and draw out any impurities and imperfections and just clear out your pores, which, yeah, I need that. So let's go and do this. Oh my gosh, this brush, what do I even call it, spatula, is so good. Look at that smooth application. I'm gonna try and spread this out a little bit so it's not so thick. Oh my gosh, it's literally like painting on foundation. Is that blue or grey? I feel like, to me right now, it's looking kind of blue. I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me, but it honestly looks blue to me right now. Am I imagining things? I think I am pretty satisfied with that application, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid back on. But it says apply an even layer to clean skin, leave on for 10 minutes and rinse off. Use 1 to 3 times a week. So I'm gonna clean this off real quick. This little thing right here is actually so handy. Like, I'm very impressed. It's so simple but so effective. I mean, looks like a teaspoon. But the exfoliating bit, like the bristles, actually made my skin feel very nice and soft after, you know, scrubbing away at my face. And then you guys can tell, like, the face mask is even, nicely applied, and I put it all down to the spatula side. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this on now for, it says 10 minutes, but I always leave my face masks on for a bit longer. So we'll kind of see how it goes, kind of just see how I feel and if it dries down. Actually, let me go and read the instructions just to make sure that I'm doing this all correctly. I mean, as far as I can see in the little instruction pamphlet, it doesn't say anything about waiting for it to dry down, but because it is like a clay mask, that's typically what I do. Like, I just let it dry down. My skin isn't super sensitive, thankfully, to trying new products. I used to think that it was, but it actually isn't. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this on for a quick little minute, maybe 10 or more minutes. We'll see how it goes. But for the time being, I am going to watch the latest episode of Love Island. You guys, I honestly, sorry, I'm just pulling it up on my computer, but I honestly had never watched this show before. I'd only like heard of the name, I didn't know what it was, but I think being in lockdown kind of just, it happened. I was perusing, trying to find something to put on as background noise, and I put it on and then I couldn't stop watching. So I wasn't even fully paying attention at first, and then it started to get interesting and I kept watching, and now I've watched all of the episodes for this current season that's running, and I'm up to date. So I just watch the episodes as they come out. But yeah, I've never watched the show before. This is my first time watching, and I didn't think it would be as like intriguing as it actually is. I honestly just thought it was like, you know, another typical reality TV show, but something about it, it's like one of those shows that you just can't stop watching. So yeah, I think by the time this vlog goes up, it will be like much later in the episodes. But I just watched the one yesterday of Faye and Teddy's like crazy fight. If you don't watch the show, then you're going to have absolutely no idea what I'm saying right now. But for those of you that do, I did initially like Faye and Teddy together. I thought, you know, she was very fiery, he's very calm, so he balances her out really well. But I think in her case, after witnessing what went down, from my observation, like, we don't really know what goes on. We only see like less than an hour of a 24-hour day, so we don't know like what else contributes to the situation. But from the way that she's always spoken about herself, I think she needs help in terms of like healing from past traumas. And I say that in the nicest way, like, we all have traumas, but I think in her case, she has a really hard time trusting people, and it wouldn't matter if somebody was as perfect as he is for her. If they were everything that she needed, she would always find something wrong. And I think that just comes with having past traumas and trust issues and that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to watch this episode. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, chill for a bit, watch this episode, probably wash my mask off in the process, and I will check back in with you guys and let you know what I think after I watch. But yeah, do any of you guys watch Love Island? Because I feel like I had noticed everyone was watching it except for me. I don't know if I'm like missing out on anything, or if this is like good compared to the other seasons. This is like literally the first time I've ever watched it. So yeah, if any of you guys do watch it, let me know what you think. So face mask is done, skin is all nice and cleansed and moisturized. It looks very shiny, as you can see. I do have like a little bit of redness in this area, but I feel like I always get red there. It must just be like a little bit of flushing from the face mask. But aside from that, my skin does feel very clean. You know when you do a good face mask that just sucks everything out and gets all of the debris and oils and whatever gunk was like within your pores? I feel like my skin just feels very like fresh and clean after that face mask. So I'm excited to continue to incorporate it within my skincare routine, as well as the cleanser. The cleanser actually surprised me. I really enjoyed it, so I'm happy that I got to try those two new goodies this evening, and I really like them. But right now it's a little bit later in the evening. Also, I think I left you guys off when I was about, not the last episode, but like the latest episode of Love Island. Honestly, like, that show is just, it's so messy. I have no other word to describe it. It's like one of those shows that is just like so messy, full of drama, but here I am, tuned in and watching. I don't even know how I ended up on this side of reality TV, but I just can't stop watching. Now that I've started to watch it, I have to continue watching it. So yeah, it's very messy. I feel like things move really quickly. If you watch Love Island, then you know exactly what I mean. But yeah, it's pretty interesting just seeing the dynamic of things. I don't have a favorite couple. I don't have like a couple that I like want to win. I just think it's interesting seeing like the dynamic of how everything works in there, and like whoever wins, like all power to them. But yeah, those are my thoughts, is that it's a very messy show, but I just can't stop watching. But anyways, I'm gonna head to bed now. It is a little bit late. It's about 11 p.m, which is a little later than usual, but I'm definitely ready for bed. As you can see, I have my lavender diffuser going over there, and I've also been using my weighted blanket. I think I did mention it in my last vlog that I bought myself a weighted blanket, and it actually has been very handy. Like, I think it actually does help me fall asleep. It's so hard to describe it any other way, and it sounds very corny, but it does feel like a warm hug. And something about the weight, yeah, it's very calming, although sometimes it does get hot, but I think it's because I have like this really fluffy blanket underneath it, so it does get a little bit hot some evenings. But aside from that, if you have anxiety or you have trouble falling asleep like I do, I would totally recommend getting yourself a weighted blanket, because it actually has helped me a lot. I actually read something somewhere that had said that people who sleep next to someone they love are less likely to experience depression, anxiety, or like have trouble sleeping. So it totally makes sense now. Like, obviously I don't get to sleep next to my fiance, so that's why I have trouble sleeping. Because I feel like whenever he and I were together, I would just knock out like quick, lay my head on the pillow and I'll fall asleep and have like the best sleep. But these days I feel as though I have trouble falling asleep. I have trouble staying asleep because I wake up multiple times in the evening. It's just so frustrating, but you know, I'm trying to do what I can to get me a good night's sleep. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed now. I already am in bed, but I'm gonna go ahead and wind down and eventually fall asleep. So thank you guys for spending part of your day with me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Any of my fellow Aussies out there, if you're watching and you're still in lockdown, I'm sending you lots of love and positivity. I know it's frustrating and it's very mentally draining, but I just hope that you guys can hold on, and if anybody out there is really struggling, feel free to reach out. I know that sometimes when we are in situations like this, when we are in lockdown and kept in isolation, we do feel really alone. I've definitely experienced that firsthand, so I can really empathize with anybody who may be going through it mentally, really struggling. So if you are, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to lend an ear to anybody who just wants somebody to listen to them talk about their frustrations, because I do empathize and I do understand that it isn't always easy, especially with the current situation of things. So yeah, I hope everybody is staying safe, looking after yourselves and looking out for each other. As always, I'll talk to you guys in the comments, and I'll see you all in my next video.